The Trump delusion has got to stop, guys. How do you uphold this guy as some kind of a strong leader of great moral character when he goes on live TV in front of millions of people and says that if his daughter weren't his daughter, he'd stick it in her? On live TV in front of millions of people. And who knows, maybe when the cameras aren't rolling, she's not his daughter. How does this get past your moral compass? Like, how is this okay? Why, because a bunch of chicks on The View laughed when he said it? When he complimented her great body? When he's grabbed her in many photos in ways similar to how Uncle Biden does to all these little girls? Yeah, but I guess she's his daughter, so it's okay. How do you believe in the moral character of a man who talks about the hard-working American blue collar and yet has the hands the size of a woman who's never done any kind of work in her life? How is this guy a strong leader when he has the ass the size of a pregnant sow? The dude is a fat slob and a weakling and, at the very least, a little bit perverted. I mean, isn't he friends? Wasn't he friends with Epstein? Wasn't he? He was friends with the Clintons. They hung out with Epstein. He's taken a liking to Bill Gates, or at the very least hasn't done anything about that psychopath running around. That guy has hung out with Epstein. I think by now it's safe to assume all these guys have been to his island. I mean, come on. Anyway, a lot of people have a lot of faith in Donald Trump, and I wanted to also, but I just can't get over the obvious things. So this latest thing about warp speed and Trump apparently sending 3D signals, or is it 4D, 8D? I don't know what it is. What frequency does this robot operate on? And one more thing. What you guys have to understand is that American television, or any television, just about anywhere in the world, they will never give a platform to someone who is not thoroughly vetted, not the kind of platform that he's gotten. Someone who's not thoroughly vetted and on their team. How do you get over the fact that the same networks that put Trump on, he later came out and called fake news? Doesn't that tell you everything you need to know? If you agree with Trump's assessment of fake news, you must agree that he is fake news. He's just an actor, guys. He's just a Hollywood actor. How is this so difficult to see? But anyway, this latest warp speed, vaccines, yada, yada, yada. Just because he didn't say that the vaccine will be mandatory or that we will get back to work whether we have a vaccine or not, that's all you need? Really? That is all you need to still maintain your faith in Trump? And you're like, and I respect a lot of you guys out there, especially the ones that are talking about what's happening and your eyes are open, at least to a large degree, and you're trying to wake people up. Like, you're doing a great job, and I applaud your courage. But you're cherry picking. You're cherry picking that which you think he said that makes you feel good, or the things that he did say, or the things that he didn't say. You're somehow putting more faith in that than what he's actually doing. I mean, how many campaign promises did he go back on? How many? 10, 20? As many as Obama? Has he not continued Obama's policies? Who continued Bush's? And whoever comes next, and it ain't gonna be Biden, will continue those same policies. Because they're just actors. All they do is pass bills and act. They're just actors. Anyway, during the election, Hillary was, fit for prison, yada, yada, yada. After the election, the Clintons were great people. Mr. Epstein's friends, who've been to his island, were great people. But this guy has moral, some kind of a moral core to him? Really? Trump does? That guy? Whatever little bits of positivity you're pulling out of Trump's latest announcement, yeah, okay, maybe it's not that bad, but ultimately, what is he doing?
Joining us as we announce a historic groundbreaking initiative in our ongoing effort to rapidly develop and manufacture a coronavirus vaccine.
What is he doing? He's rapidly developing and deploying. That's what he promises to do, right? The coronavirus vaccine. Now, if you know anything about coronavirus vaccines, you know that up until this point, they've all sucked. They've all destroyed lives. If only of lab rats or cats or whatever. They've never been able to develop any effective coronavirus vaccine for people. But now that they're going to rush through the process and vaccinate everybody, or at least try to, now we're somehow sitting there and looking to draw positives from this. He's developing millions of vaccines by the end of this year. So he's not telling you how exactly they're going to deploy them or sell these vaccines, right? Because it's going to be up to the states. Those same states that have passed mandatory vaccine bills. Those states. And just because it's mandatory, that doesn't mean you have to take it. It just means that it was mandated by somebody. That's all that means. But most people don't know that. And most people want to take the vaccine anyway. So how are you sitting there and telling me that there's anything positive to draw from what's happening right now, when a completely experimental, completely rushed, which normally should take 10 to 15 years to develop, vaccine is going to be developed in just a few short months? How are you seeing any positives to this when you know millions of people will take it, perhaps hundreds of millions? Whether they're forced to do it or not, they're going to take it. And if it is to be anything like any previous coronavirus vaccines, well, how is that in any way, shape, or form a positive? How? And how is the man who's pushing this, who's facilitating this, in any way, shape, or form a good man? And one last thing. People are waking up, which is why these two flanking the president are beginning to wear masks. Because people are waking up. So they gotta maintain the illusion. And that's all that this is. It's just an illusion. Thanks for watching.